I mean, I was really looking for opportunity, coming from a smaller school, just getting a chance to come play at a school like this, at this level and this magnitude, just getting the opportunity to showcase my abilities. Really, that's it, really, just opportunity development.
What was the adjustment like from the resources, obviously, that you have here? It's a little bigger than what you had at Trent.
Yeah, obviously, Penn State, it's amazing to have everything you need, just obviously getting bigger every day, being in the weight room. Strength staff is amazing. Nutritionists, everything. They have everything you need to be successful. So.
When you talk about the nutrition part, how did that help you get to where I know coaches talked about the gains you made weight-wise, size-wise. How did that help you?
Yeah, I feel like it's made me more powerful. We have a great nutritionist, Leanne. She does an amazing job making sure we're getting all our meals, protein shakes after workouts, whatever it is that we need to, get better, help our body be better.
How do you go about establishing a rapport with Drew once you get here? What are maybe some of the first things that you do?
We just, every day, I want to come out here and prove myself to, Drew and my teammates that I can make plays on this team. In the off-season, just getting in routes every day, building that chemistry, and then coming out here, just making sure I'm trying to catch the ball whenever he throws it to me so I can build that trust from him.
What did you know about this receiving core and about Drew before you got here?
I know a lot. Once I was, considering coming here, I watched obviously the playoffs and things like that. So I knew Drew was an amazing quarterback, being in college football. So I wanted to play for a quarterback, like Drew, someone who can throw the ball, a great person, and yeah.
What's it been like coming in with Kyron and going through this process with them together?
Yeah, that's my dog. He's an amazing player. He made some great plays today. Just me and him been building chemistry since the day I got here. Just whatever we need, we got each other. So it's definitely been amazing.
What's it been like getting coached by Marcus Hagans? What is he like on a day-to-day, play-to-play basis?
Yeah, he's funny. He does a great job of putting us in position to be successful. Whether it be just going out to breakfast with us, building that relationship with us. He's always pushing us to be better. Always critiquing us. Telling us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. So I think he does a good job of keeping his foot on us and trying to make sure we're doing everything we can to be successful.
Coach Franklin mentioned that Iowa game you had last year as kind of a reason that kind of sparked, his interest in you. What do you remember about that game specifically, and maybe what it could teach you about playing in the Big Ten?
Yeah, that game was a blessing. To be able to go out there and do what I did, credit to my teammates obviously there, but just getting to play on that stage and kind of get a feel of what it could be like in the Big Ten, and just performing at that level, understanding like what it takes to be successful on this level. So also just being in college for a couple of years, it kind of give me that experience. And yeah.
Have you been working at punt return all this spring, and if so, what's that been like here?
Yeah, I've been working at punt return. I've been doing that kind of since I've been in college, so it's been good. It's kind of same old, punters are amazing here. They kick the ball far, so just understanding that, adjusting to that.
You've had a lot of success doing that. Why? What do you think makes you a good punt returner?
Yeah, I think I go back to what I said last. I'm just, building great habits, just practice reps, making sure that I'm taking every rep I have serious, my technique, getting to the ball, making sure I'm under the ball, square, everything like that.
This is obviously the first time we've talked to you since you kind of stepped foot here. What's maybe something that people don't know about you that maybe you want them to know?
Dang, that's a hard question.
Sorry to put you on the spot here.
Nah, you good. I'm trying to think. Supposedly, I don't know if this is true. My cousin is a vendor Holyfield. I don't know if this is true. It's my mom told me I could be a lot, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Fun fact.
Devonte, I just have to ask, I watched the highlights of the Iowa game just to get a read on you. Did those guys not scout you? Because it looked like you just ran straight past them whenever you wanted to. What does that say about your speed, and how were you able to make it look that easy against one of the better secondaries in the Big Ten?
Thank you, first of all. And then, I think that was my first punt return in college, so I don't know if they really even had anything necessary to scout. So,
but even that as a wide receiver, you were right by them.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I think that was kind of the kick was kind of low, so it got to me fast. So I was able to kind of get around the defense, I guess, right there. And my teammates at the time set up great blocks, so it was pretty easy.
What was the fastest you've been timed in 40? Can you give that to us? That looked like 4.3 to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a minute.
A lot of the guys have compared you to Tyreek Hill. Is that someone you emulate your game after?
He's a great receiver. I know I look up to a lot of guys like Devonte Smith, with me and him being kind of the same size. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley, all those guys are great. So I emulate my game after a lot of people.
You're obviously relatively under recruited out of high school. Can you kind of take us back to those days when you're going through that process? I know you almost went to Kentucky, ended up at Troy. What was that whole kind of process like for you?
I mean, I think God don't make no mistakes. I think everything happened for a reason. You know, I ended up where I was, and stuff didn't work out that shouldn't have. But ultimately, I'm glad I ended up here at Penn State. I think it's all working out. I just feel.
This receiving corps has been in the spotlight the last few years. A lot of questions, a lot of guys have tried to come in like you have and help to varying degrees. Do you have any kind of concept of the criticism that this group has been under the last couple of years? Does that come up in the meeting rooms? I know Coach Hagans would bring it up last year from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, I think this year we've been trying to focus on the now. We haven't really been, thinking about the past and what happened last year. I know, obviously, you hear stuff, but I think our focus as a receiver room has just been developing, getting better this year, focusing on the things we need to do, to be successful this year and change that narrative that you're talking about, and just keeping it within the room, focusing on us and building up each other. We always talk about it with Coach Hagans, just staying connected, just us building that relationship with each other and worrying about ourselves. And I think everything else take care of itself.